Is TaylorMade no longer a driver company, and are they a putter company? With how many players have switched into it over the last kind of 4 to 5 years? More TaylorMade putters in play than Scottie Cameron and Odyssey. Like, it's insane.
To me, I think the Spider is the most recognizable putter in the game. You know, if you're struggling with putting right now, go grab a Spider. You can't really go wrong with them.
Welcome back to the channel. As you can see in front of us, we've got the TaylorMade Spider because yet again, this past weekend, it racks up another win with a uncontracted player.
Again, this bodes to what did we say at the beginning of the year? The year of putting.
Yep.
Right? And it's good to not talk about a lab putter today.
Yep.
So we have the TaylorMade Spider, which has been around for how long?
A long time.
Yeah, I mean, right now...
20 plus years at this point.
It seems like every single week on tour, we're seeing more and more Spiders pop up. Obviously, this putter's been around for a long time, and most notably, Scottie Scheffler knocked off his third major with it. So, kind of a big deal, I guess, right?
Since switching, 13 wins. Pretty big deal.
Is that it?
Yeah. Won a little bit of money. Nelly Corda comes out, switches from the Scottie Cameron, wins 5 in a row.
Yeah. I think she's on to something else now.
It's a prototype Spider.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the Shane Lowry with the plumber's neck.
Oh, gotcha. And then obviously new winner out on tour, been playing a lot of great golf, finished in the top 10 at the Open, won at the Scottish. Chris got her up actually using the putter that's in front of us right now. I mean, is the Spider back, as we should say?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the second, we were kind of having a discussion. This is the second time in 10 years where we've kind of seen this. When I worked at TaylorMade, we saw it with Spider Tour Black and Spider Tour Red. Jason Day and Dustin Johnson switched to the all black and the all red Spider, went on a tear. He got to world number 1. Jason Day got to world number 1. And then, that 3-year stretch, pretty much every tour player, Nick Taylor, I mean, all those guys, like uncontracted players, going to these Spiders. So it's almost like, is TaylorMade no longer a driver company, and are they a putter company? With how many players have switched into it over the last kind of 4 to 5 years.
I was going to say, it's probably for the first time there's more TaylorMade putter. Wow, to think of it that way. Yeah.
More TaylorMade putters in play than Scottie Cameron and Odyssey. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, I get the Team Callaway updates each week where I do think there's technically more Odysseys, but when there's 900 SKUs of Odyssey putters, it's not surprised that they call themselves the number 1 putter on tour.
Well, that's always the thing, right? You'll get that email at 9 o'clock, and then Titleist sends out an email at 10. Most played putter on this week.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's who's winning the most, and it's what's in front of us. All 4 majors, or was that just with the QI?
No, it's not all 4 majors. Well,
this year, I think all 4 majors at least had QI fairway medals, but
yeah, correct.
3 out of the 4 majors with the Spider putter this year.
Yep. And then obviously JJ Spawn with the lab putter, and then I think the QI fairway wood is the most played fairway wood on tour right now. And then obviously you're seeing a lot of players switch over to that GT1. So to say, like, we like to talk about tour validation, and we do say all the time, like, it doesn't mean everything, right? Just because Scottie Scheffler is using this putter doesn't mean it's necessarily the best putter in the world. But those tour guys know, like, the difference between them being a top 50 player in the world versus a top 100 is only a couple shots a tournament, right? So if you see people, those guys go off of trends too, right? You see Scottie Scheffler, how he's been able to turn around his putting. And he also shows up with a different putting style with his grip, moved to a claw.
And didn't need to. He was already winning.
Correct. That's why you see more and more guys trying and picking up that Spider putter. And, like, my question is did people, like, forget about these? Like, because honestly, I haven't had a ton of people come in the store and ask about them. So, like, should someone maybe give a Spider putter another shot?
Yeah. I mean, because like I said, you had the first kind of Spider pop off with Spider Tour Red, Spider Tour Black. Then they moved away from it.
Yeah.
Right? It was like, man.
Oh, they've had 900 different.
They bring it back with the the copper and the navy. Rory switches into it, wins a lot of tournaments. Another big Spider boom.
Yeah.
Then it fizzled out, and then they brought Hydro Blast. It never did much. Then 2.5, 3 years later, they bring back the classic look, and Scottie Scheffler switches into it, and now haven't had that drop off.
Yeah, essentially the Tour X head.
Yep.
To me, this Tour X shape, which is the putter that's in front of us, I think it's the best looking Spider. They brought back the very first version head, but with the Tour X alignment. So you have the bigger wings on the back, I guess you can call them, just the different weight ports, I should say. I think all in all, I mean, I've always been a big fan. I'm pretty sure I've owned like 7 different Spiders. 7.
I think if you've played golf for the last 10 years, you've probably owned it. Like anybody's probably owned a Spider.
Correct. And there is one style Spider I have not owned, and it's the plumber's neck Spider. And that's my question right now is like, is the plumber's neck mallets becoming kind of the overall trend on tour right now?
Yeah, I mean, you saw it with Justin Thomas. You've seen it, obviously, with Scottie Scheffler, Nelly Korda. Again, that's what she's
Chris
trying right now. It's almost like the short slant neck's dying in popularity a little bit, which is half a shaft offset. Mm-hmm. And now the plumber's neck with one full. I mean, I think at the end of the day, whoever's kicking your rear end every single week, you're probably going to try the exact.
I'd start copying them.
You know?
It's like what came out this past week? Happy Gilmore 2. What do we remember from Happy Gilmore 1? What was Shooter doing?
Yeah, no, he was in the woods trying to run up and hit the ball.
So, I mean, all these tour players are the exact same as us consumers, right? Like, you know, they're over there looking in each other's bags, seeing what the guy that's playing awesome is doing different. Yeah. I mean, players are definitely more reluctant. Like, really good players are more reluctant to change their putting style before they would change a fairway wood. So, like, I'm not surprised of like the high launching, max forgiving fairway wood becoming a popular staple in the bag. But I am surprised how many Spider putters you see, you know, week in and week out, especially this past week when all the big guys weren't playing.
Yep.
Now, right, you still have guys win with like a traditional blade.
But it's very few and far between.
Correct. But I did see, I can't remember off the top of my head, but there's a crazy stat about mallet putters and kind of what they've done on tour the last few years. And
the Spider alone, when we looked it up, out of I guess it was like 60% of events, over 20 wins already with this. So
like across all tours?
No, just PGA Tour.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
So, and I think like the kind of too, since we're talking about putters, this also kind of puts to bed the face, right? So TaylorMade uses a Purell insert, which has 45-degree slants. So especially putts outside of 10, 12 feet, you'll notice that helps the ball smoother. Milled isn't always the answer. You know, we oftentimes, especially me in putter fittings, are milled putters worth the extra $100, $200, $300? And it's very subjective because milled putters, we know, give you more feedback. Insert putters technically give you better roll. And this is where it's player dependent. You can't go off of what you read online. Mm-hmm. But it kind of puts to bed the classic case that we always hear. Oh, if you're a good putter, you only putt with milled putters. It's not the case anymore.
Yeah, if you were to generalize, and I know we don't really like to do that, but if you were to generalize, would you say like the amateur golfer is always better off going with an insert because they're more than likely not to have the same tempo 2 times in a row? So a milled putter could definitely hurt you, right?
Yeah, if we're going off the USGA's definition of a normal amateur, what do we know about their handicap? That's 18 to 25. Yes, I would definitely agree with that.
Yeah. And again, like we're not saying that based off handicap, you should play a specific type of club, but I think it's an important thing to know in terms of feel. And obviously there's so many different types of milling patterns. I mean, this version head right here that Scottie Scheffler first experimented with was a milled
version, yeah.
Milled version. How long did that stay in the bag?
Like a week.
Correct. And then obviously, I'm sure there's been little changes and stuff. Those guys are changing their weight of their putters. Excuse me, things like that every single week. So it's hard to keep up with what exactly they're doing. But I would go out to say this, to me, I think the Spider is the most recognizable putter in the game.
Well, at this point too, it's, the OTR off the rack putter. It's kind of the best off the rack grab and go putter, right? Without you having to really touch it much. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah. And that's, I think, part of its success in a sales term is like for it to be recognizable, for people to know it, right? Like it stands out.
Yeah.
Right. Like I've always been the first person to say that, like Scottie Cameron, right? Like how many of the same things, but you come out with a different, like how many times can you do that before it just starts to become redundant? You know what I mean? Like, and that's kind of where I feel a lot of these putter companies have gone. I think Odyssey's really struggled the last few years of truly trying to do something different. And again, I know this is a copy of the first version, but I think there's a lot to be said with, is this the most dominant putter? And that's why they're not really changing it and just like re-releasing it with different colors.
Well, now too, the insert, like the original Spider had a ASGI metal insert.
Yeah.
Wasn't that popular. And then that's when Pure Roll came out, was a few years after that, which was almost like a black kind of aluminum. Mm-hmm. And then they went to the Jason Day insert, which is all Surlyn.
Super soft.
Super soft. And then the Spider Black had the Dustin Johnson, which was 70% polymer, 30% Surlyn. And now here we are, fast forward 10 years, we've got the 80-20 insert.
Yeah, if you go through their like My Spider program, what inserts can you get?
You can get the Surlyn in 7 colors and then aluminum, I think, in 10 colors.
Okay, so they only have the 2.
Or Surlyn's 3 colors, aluminum 7 colors. That's what it is for 10 total inserts.
But there's 3 total options?
For retail, yes.
Okay.
On tour, they obviously have more than that. But
okay. No, that makes sense. And that's what I couldn't remember what different. But like the stock Pure Roll, that's made out of what?
Yeah, it's the 80-20, 80% polymer, 20% Surlyn.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, there's not, again, we're talking about a little bit of a fad. We're talking about what the most dominant golfer in the world that we've seen in a while and what he's using. But I think it goes into right, like there's more putters than Lab out there right now. And, what came out 10 years ago is still
pretty damn good.
Yep. Anything else you want to add to this?
No, I mean, the cool part about it, because we are, you brought up Lab, is the Spider's almost equally as customizable now through My Spider. You can call an account like us, and if you want an orange head with a white stripe or a tennis ball yellow stripe, you can do it. So, in the upchart, I mean, you're talking less than $600 versus the other guys are $600, $700, $800, $900. Or Scottie Cameron with Moto starts at $1,200. So you're half the price, and you can deck this thing out as much as you want. So cool little feature they added in this year.
Yeah. I mean, it goes to the point that once you figure out a head that works for you, I mean, you can truly customize some stock putters.
Yep.
To the best of your liking. So, if you're struggling with putting right now, go grab a spatter. It will never. I always say, like, you can't really go wrong with them. It's been around for a while, so maybe some people just think not much has changed. So,
well, if you haven't already, like and subscribe, turn on push bell notifications. If you guys want to purchase a putter and pimp it out, go on loggerheadgolf.com. We can make it happen.